What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah. I'm gonna try my best to get in touch when I come back off vacation. I'm gonna get in touch with Tanya Blunt, who was on Signed the Bad Boy, and they never put her stuff out. Girl can sing. Tanya Blunt. Shout out to Tanya Blunt. I know her personally. I'm gonna have to hunt her down, but she know who she know who Uncle Mike is. So Tanya, if you're listening or somebody has shared this to you, can you please email me? All the information is in the description. Anyway, check this out. The reason why I say Tanya Blunt is Tanya was in a movie, Sister Act Part 2. Not the first one, but Sister Act 2. And Whoopi Goldberg, so she spent some time with Whoopi Goldberg. So between Bad Boy and Whoopi, or whatever y'all want to call her. All right, this is how I'm doing my investigation on all this stuff, y'all. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. Just got off the phone. She's going to be on the show and everything, so y'all stay tuned for that. Whoopi Goldberg breaks down after an $80 million lawsuit. I don't think she got $80 million, man. That's just me. Elon Musk comments. Oh, shucks. God dog it, y'all. How long is this? Oh, it's only 10 minutes because I got to go to the bathroom. Look here. $80 million lawsuit. Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that bell. Let's see what this bad boy is about. Let's check this bad boy out.
You'd be like, wait a second. Like, come on, man. This is too.
Elon Musk has officially filed an $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg and the hosts of The View, claiming defamation and intentional misinformation. The lawsuit comes in response to remarks made by Goldberg that Musk alleges were damaging to his reputation and character. Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur and CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, took legal action following statements aired on the show suggesting he and J.D. Vance were plotting to manipulate government control if former President Donald Trump were removed from office. This lawsuit has sent shockwaves across media platforms, igniting debates about free speech, accountability, and the ethics of television talk shows. Musk argues that Goldberg's comments not only misrepresented his intentions, but also spread baseless conspiracy theories that could harm his public image.
Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Many supporters see this legal move as Musk taking a stand against biased media and misinformation campaigns. Others view it as a power play by a billionaire to silence critics. With such a high-profile case unfolding, the lawsuit could set precedents for how public figures handle media defamation in the future.
I don't know, man. I think, wait a minute, maybe I'm wrong. And I'm hoping I'm wrong. Aren't they doing freedom of speech? They just saying what they think and putting this whole plot together in other people, in their viewers' mind, because I don't watch the goddamn show. But I think that they exercising their right of freedom of speech. No, you can't look at it that way because of they stars and stuff. And this is the reason why Elon bought X in the first place, because they was trying to censor people's freedom of speech. God daggone it, which way you gonna have it? Either you gonna censor people or you gonna let them say anything they can say or wanna say. I don't like what they saying, but somebody do. I don't like what they saying. I'm not saying get yourself out the way. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. It's okay for you to say anything you want, but it ain't okay for them to say anything you want. It's like the race word, the N-word, racist words. If you're going to get rid of the N-word, you got to get rid of every single racist word there is. Don't just do one. Oh, my God. Don't just do one. If you're going to be right, be 100% right. Get this gray area out of the way, man.
Power play by a billionaire to silence critics. With such a high-profile case unfolding, the lawsuit could set precedents for how public figures handle media defamation in the future.
This is bull.
Musk's bold response signals that he is prepared to challenge traditional media narratives and fight back against what he perceives as damaging attacks. Central to Musk's lawsuit are accusations of defamation and slander. Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts on The View allegedly claimed Musk and J.D. Vance were conspiring to seize governmental control through secretive plans. Musk argues that these statements lack any factual basis and were made with malicious intent to damage his reputation. According to Musk's legal team, these defamatory claims were designed to mislead viewers and tarnish his image. The lawsuit also highlights that such statements can fuel public distrust and contribute to divisiveness. Musk contends that statements from media outlets must be held to higher standards of accountability, particularly when they involve accusations that could incite fear or hostility. Supporters of Musk have echoed his stance, pointing out that celebrities and TV personalities should not be allowed to make reckless allegations without proof. Critics, however, argue that Musk's lawsuit could be an attempt to suppress criticism, raising concerns about freedom of expression.
But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people. If you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah.
Well, we're like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Obama just said that on stage.
Regardless of the motives, this case underscores the ongoing tension between media freedom and personal accountability, sparking broader discussions about truth and responsibility in public discourse. Musk's lawsuit has garnered widespread support, particularly among his fans and critics of mainstream media. Many believe that Musk's actions are justified, viewing his lawsuit as a necessary step to combat misinformation and restore accountability in journalism. Social media has exploded with reactions, with hashtags like #SupportElon and Cancel the View trending across platforms. Supporters argue that The View has a history of making inflammatory and unfounded claims about public figures.
True.
And Musk's lawsuit could finally hold them accountable. Comments on Musk's posts indicate that many viewers feel mainstream media outlets have abused their platforms by spreading falsehoods for ratings. Supporters also highlight Musk's advocacy for free speech and transparency, suggesting his lawsuit aligns with his broader push for fairness in media narratives. However, some skeptics caution that Musk's wealth and influence could intimidate critics and stifle dissenting voices. Nonetheless, Musk's supporters remain vocal, emphasizing that the legal action is less about silencing opponents and more about setting a precedent for ethical journalism. For now, the case has ignited debates about the role of media in shaping public opinion and the responsibilities of influential hosts like Goldberg.
The thing about this show, there is no way not to step in poo.
The View has faced criticism over the years for its controversial discussions and hosts' opinions. Many accuse the show of prioritizing sensationalism over factual reporting, and Musk's lawsuit has only amplified these claims. Critics argue that the show thrives on inflammatory statements, often targeting high-profile individuals to attract viewers. Musk's lawsuit highlights what many consider to be a pattern of behavior by the hosts, using their platform to promote biased narratives without accountability. Supporters of Musk point to previous instances where the show faced backlash for controversial comments, further questioning its credibility. Calls to cancel the show have resurfaced, with critics accusing it of fostering division and misinformation under the guise of entertainment. Supporters argue that Musk's lawsuit could force networks to reevaluate their editorial practices and emphasize accuracy. Others, however, believe canceling the show is not the solution, suggesting that improved regulation and fact-checking processes should be implemented instead. Whether this lawsuit will affect the show's future remains uncertain, but it has certainly reignited debates about the responsibility of talk shows in delivering truthful and respectful content to their audiences. One of the most contentious points raised in Musk's lawsuit is the accusation that The View incited violence. During the show, Goldberg allegedly made remarks about someone potentially tripping Trump, a comment Musk claims could be interpreted as encouraging harm. Goldberg later tried to downplay the statement, claiming it was a lighthearted joke about her cat. However, critics argue that even if meant as humor, such comments can be harmful when broadcast to millions.
Okay, I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. And that's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out, hoping he would trip.
Musk's supporters emphasize the dangers of normalizing violent rhetoric, especially in a politically charged climate.
If you have to clear up some things because you did a joke, because Whoopi Goldberg, she used to be a stand-up comedian and making jokes and making funny movies and stuff, then you're not a good jokester if you got to explain your joke, so to speak. Does that make sense? And you are pushing it too far. That's what the problem is. You're pushing your ideas too hard and you bending the truth a little too much to make oh my God, to get your point across, which is you don't like Trump. Everybody knows it. You don't like you Democrat. Everybody knows it. The Democrats lost. We Democrats lost because my family is Democrat, so I might as well say we. I don't know what side I'm on, to be honest. Shit, I'm the most confused person out here in the United States. I'm confused because I'm trying to figure out why we just can't all get along and help each other. All you got to do is help each other. You should be trying to help this man reach some real solutions and goals instead of talking about tripping over a daggone cat.
They argue that media personalities should be more mindful of their words, as they wield significant influence over public opinion. Critics of Musk counter that his lawsuit stretches the interpretation of Goldberg's words and risks suppressing satire and free speech. Regardless of intent, the remarks have fueled debates about the boundaries of humor and political commentary in mainstream media. Musk's lawsuit could serve as a test case for defining these boundaries, influencing how future claims of incitement are judged in both legal and public spheres. Musk's lawsuit has put a spotlight on widespread media bias, particularly in liberal outlets like ABC. Critics accuse ABC of prioritizing narratives that align with its political leanings. Shows like The View are often called out for catering to specific audiences by promoting opinions that lack factual support. This reflects growing concerns about media integrity and the public's ability to trust mainstream sources. Media bias fuels misinformation and division, undermining democracy and public discourse. Supporters of Musk's lawsuit see it as a necessary intervention to address these issues, while critics worry it could lead to censorship and limit freedom of speech. Regardless, the debate highlights the growing mistrust of traditional media and the demand for higher standards in journalism. Musk's lawsuit could encourage networks to reevaluate their practices and reinforce the importance of balanced reporting. Critics of The View have pointed out hypocrisy from Goldberg, showing past clips where she expressed admiration for Trump. In one clip, Goldberg is seen praising Trump and calling him a friend, contrasting sharply with her recent negative comments.
She put me in her movies, right? A long time ago. So how much did I judge? Nothing.
Like they say in the
it was a freebie. Whoopi, I love you. I'm telling you.
And they're trying to humanize him and change your idea about who this guy is. Don't fall for that.
Trump, you're talking about. Talking about Trump.
This shift in attitude is presented as evidence of media inconsistency and opportunism. Supporters of Musk use these examples to question the credibility of Goldberg and The View. They argue that changing narratives highlight the show's tendency to prioritize sensationalism over authenticity. Critics of Musk dismiss this argument, suggesting that people's...
Is this AI? Every time they show this, look at her neck. Gee, they stretch this thing to make her look that big. Come on, Oprah. Take some pride in yourself.
They argue that changing narratives highlight the show's tendency to prioritize sensationalism over authenticity. Critics of Musk dismiss this argument, suggesting that people's opinions naturally evolve over time. Regardless, the clips have added fuel to the controversy, prompting further scrutiny of Goldberg's statements and actions. For Musk's supporters, the hypocrisy serves as justification for holding the media accountable. while opponents see it as a distraction from larger issues.
Well, these people
Musk's
got a lot of
lawsuit
bull.
has intensified calls for accountability in media, with supporters demanding higher standards for public statements.
Flippy
They
floppy.
argue that shows like The View should face consequences for spreading misinformation and defamatory content. Musk's legal action is seen as a step toward restoring integrity in media by challenging reckless commentary. Critics of Musk worry that the lawsuit could set a dangerous precedent, potentially discouraging open dialogue and criticism. However, Musk's supporters insist that accountability is necessary to prevent the spread of false narratives and protect public figures from character assassination. The case could lead to reforms in how media outlets handle controversial topics, promoting fairness and accuracy. Whether it succeeds or fails, the lawsuit underscores the growing demand for media reform and the importance of maintaining ethical journalism practices. So, what do you think about Elon Musk's lawsuit? Is it a necessary step against misinformation, or is it an attempt to silence free speech? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
I agree that, first of all, there's no such thing as freedom of speech. Let's just get it. Let's just go right there. There's no such thing. Because if it is freedom of speech, then we wouldn't have no daggone lawsuit. Because she's free. Freedom of speech means you're free to say any and everything you want to say. Freedom of speech. Even in the Constitution, they say freedom of speech. And then they got what you call it when they put a clause in there that say you got freedom of speech, but you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. These are facts. This is what's in it. The Constitution, right? This is in it. So if you yell fire in a public theater, you make panic. And everybody runs and stumble and hurt themselves and all this type of stuff. So as soon as you put that one amendment in there, now you open the doors for this gray area. Well, what about, I didn't yell fire, but now you yell. That's yelling fire, Oprah. What you doing is you telling people, freedom of speech though, but you're telling the people that these people are in collusions with each other. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and some other dude, then another rich person, they all gonna get together and do a monopoly on us. That's what you telling people. That's just like yelling fire. Oh, shucks, you mean to tell me she's right? That's where the problem come in at. Now, as a person that is on the microphone, that got 400-something thousand subscribers, should watch what he says. That's me, Uncle Mike. A person like a Whoopi Goldberg that got all these people following them, you need to take yourself out of the equation. You ain't there no more. You ain't in the equation. So you on the couch once upon a time with Donald Trump. Now you fighting against him. First you for him. Make up your mind with the gray area all in you. Yeah, you should. Donald Trump. I can't do a Donald Trump voice, y'all. Hey, I should be in a movie with you and everything. And she's saying, oh, yeah, well, how much you going to charge me? Well, I would do a free movie with you and everything. If I don't like you, I don't want to sit on no couch with you. If I don't like Donald Trump, I always told people I was a big Donald Trump fan. I've always been a Donald Trump fan. He's a millionaire, and that's what I want to be, a millionaire, so I can help people. So I was a fan of Donald Trump. Trump Towers. I had a red tie before. People laughed at me, but I wore a red tie. My point is, people, I stopped liking Donald Trump when he ran for president because everybody around me was saying that he shouldn't be president. So I started agreeing with him without even researching stuff. I don't know this man. I'm just going to follow the crowd. I used to be just like y'all. Follow the crowd. Now I'm researching and figuring stuff. I'm figuring out my life on my own. The faster you figure out your own life, the faster you will grow. So forget what they saying, Whoopi. I want to talk to Tanya Blunt to see how much she know about him. She closer to her than I am. Now all of a sudden she all into this view stuff. Look here, man. I think that these big platforms, even mine, needs to have some type of census going on. Freedom of speech does not apply to us. That's the way I think. Give him a thumbs up anyway. So y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. Take care of yourself and try to help somebody.